Hey viewers, welcome to Real Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and I am going to be talking about the 12 sign predictions in this video about the lunar eclipse that is happening on the 26th of May 2021. So I've already made a part before this, the first part, and this is the second part. In the first part, I have explained at length what the lunar and the solar eclipses are in the pictorial form, so that you can easily understand how to understand the eclipses, what we were taught in the childhood days, how to check the eclipses astronomically as well as astrologically, what is the relevance. I have also shared with you how this eclipse is going to be impacting us all on the global level, on the mundane level also. I have referred to the book on mundane astrology by Dr. Ken Rao, and you can also, go through that book. There are many events that have taken place, and there are you can correlate with them as well. The current situation. Also, in that video, I have mentioned about the Tara Chakra, as in like when your Lagna um, or the moon nakshatra is in Venus, or if you're born in these nakshatras of Venus, Moon, and Rahu, that is Bharani, Purva, Falguni, Purva, Shada, Rohini, Hasta, Shravan, and Ardra, Swati, Shatabisha. If you're born in these nakshatras, then how is the transit of moon, that is the eclipse in Anuradha, going to be? So these are not considered to be that good. I've mentioned that as well. So you have to take care of your health, investments, and all I have mentioned. In very short, I have mentioned that. You can just go and hear that as well. And I have also mentioned about the eclipses, what they can what you can manifest, the new beginnings, and they are going to be giving you some positive energy as well, because that's the time when you have to actually, the eclipses bring about the new beginnings. Full moons are the culmination, and then new moon is also a culmination, but a start of something new, some new beginnings. So you have to manifest the good things. It's all up to you, because these are the reminders, whatever we have forgotten. Because this is the story about the nectar. Okay, the nectar is nectar of love, affection, goodness, and faith. So that is the reminder these eclipses are here to bring us. Because you know the story of Svarbhanu, he was, his head was split into two, like his head and the body, the lower half, they were split into two. So that's a reminder that we all are in the material realms, but we should not forget that ultimately we have to go away from this world. We have to leave this world, and we have to be detached from this world as well, because we become too much entrapped in the Maya, in this worldly realms, in the material realms of our lives, and we are caught up so much that we don't remember what exactly we are here for. So these eclipses are a reminder to that as well. So now coming to the sign-wise predictions, because I know you're waiting for that, and thank you so much for joining me on this channel. These are live sessions that I'm always doing. And I hope you all are enjoying it. And if you're watching for the first time, don't forget to subscribe my channel and do hit the bell notification, so that you can be notified from time to time whenever I'm uploading the videos. I don't upload the videos, I just do the live session. So you can join me anytime when I'm doing live. So to start with Aries sign first, let me put up the chart. So this is the South Indian and this is the North Indian chart, and it becomes easier for you to understand as well. So now for Aries natives, this is happening in your 2-8 axis. And second house is the house of family, finance, food. And also it brings about something to do with your financial growth as well, with Rahu there. But don't forget that Sun and Venus are also in that particular sign. And Saturn is retrograding in your 10th house. So this can be that there is some job change which is coming your way, which is going to be giving you elevation in your financials, because Venus is the ruler of your second house, and it is also going to be giving you that positive energy there, because Rahu and Venus they do well over there. There can be that you have some eyesight trouble because sun is there with Rahu. It can bring about some issues related to your stomach also because of this Ketu in the eighth house. So you have to be cautious about your heated arguments, which can lead to some troubles with the family relations. But at the same time, this will bring about some inclination towards spiritual growth, spirituality. So you should go in for some guru, or you should meet some guru and take the advice from that guru, who's going to be supportive of you and going to take you to another level. So maybe if you're joining somewhere, some some place, a religious place or something where you learn some more of or acquire some more knowledge, so you should be going in for that, and this will bring about a lot of mental peace to you, and that distress that you are going through will be actually removed during this eclipse time. Eclipses actually bring about, you are supposed to be taking a little bit of care, during the eclipses time, because it's said that there are some negative energies around you on the eclipses time. So you should actually drink lots of water, hydrate yourself. Do not try to go out at that time, especially, because that brings about some negative energy that you absorb. So that these are in a way remedies also. You should cleanse yourself, before and after the eclipses get over. Generally, it's said that you should worship your God, and you should not visit the temples because the temples are shut because of the negative energies around you. So you should sprinkle any kind of holy water in your house after the eclipses are over, and you should also take consume the holy basil if you can. That is also a good remedy. Also, chanting of Hanuman Chalisa is supposed to be giving very good results. I have seen myself, and it is definitely going to give you also that solace and that peace. So do that. I would suggest that do not get carried away. You must see that the dispositional lord of uh, uh, Ketu and Moon is gone to the eighth house from there. So it is considered to be little difficult time for you as far as your health is concerned. Do take care of your arms, do take care of your lower abdominal region, and you have to be very careful when you're driving. So just make sure that you are protected. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. For Taurus natives, this eclipse is happening in your first house and in 1-7 axis. So when it is happening in the first house, it is going to be giving you a lot of confusion. First the confusion, and then there will be some clarity. So do not get carried away in making decisions which actually lead you, because eclipses will be pushing you to make decisions regarding purchasing of property, land, job change. Thankfully, Jupiter is there in your 10th house zone. So this is a big time protection. But at the same time, you might go wrong in making decisions with Rahu over your head on your first house. Thankfully, Venus is also there. So this can bring about some alliance, somebody you come across during this time. So you might just take it up, that proposal that has come your way. It also can give you some health issues or migraine. I have seen fevers and migraine that happens with, Rahu on the first house, and Venus is also boiling water. So a lot of aggression will be there. So that you have to tame that energy, and there is a lot of ego clashes with your seniors, with your bosses at the place of work. Even student natives will feel that there is some confusion, that they're going through. But don't worry, it is going to be getting a little better with time. Ketu and Moon are in the seventh house. This is also, this brings about a lot of anxiety and relationship issues, because it is, after all, the seventh house. So some misunderstanding and confusion at the in the relationship is quite likely. So for you, this is a major transitional phase, because it's happening in your 1-7 axis. So whatever decisions you will make, you will have to sit and contemplate and then make decisions. Just don't get carried away and make decisions which just bounce back, or they just fall apart later, or you have to have that, you have that regret. So just watch out. Mars and Mercury being the dispositional lord of Ketu, Mars and Mercury are conjunct in Gemini sign in the second house. So there can be a lot of aggression in your speech, and there can be some harshness in your speech, which can lead to troubles in your business also. In your investments, you can, maybe go wrong. So just watch out. And Saturn is, as it is going to go retrograde 2 days before, 2 3 days before eclipse time, this Saturn is also going retrograde. So if you have any kind of placement in your horoscope personal chart, you have to check where your Rahu, Ketu, and Sun, Moon are, and where the your Rahu, Ketu are forming the relation with the Sun and Moon in the transit. So that will bring about that flavor and that positive or negative attached to that. Also see where your planets are, if they're forming connectivity with Anuradha nakshatra somehow. So that becomes the Akarant nakshatra. So that you have to surrender or give up. Don't take any make any auspicious things. You're not supposed to do any auspicious tasks when it is the Akarant nakshatra Anuradha. All right. So just make sure that you consume basil, holy basil, sprinkle holy water in your house, and drink lots of water and keep yourself hydrated. Also, um, waterborne diseases are quite likely with this water sign and the earth sign. So, it's said that hurricanes and a lot of earthquakes happen when Rahu and Ketu are, eclipsing sun and moon. They are the luminaries after all. So just make sure that you are safe and take care of your health also. Also, consume lots of water, take bath before and after the eclipses, cleanse yourself well. Also, you read Hanuman Chalisa. So that's a remedy which everybody should be adopting. All right. So everything will be fine. Coming to the next sign, that's Gemini. For Gemini natives, this is going to be happening. This eclipse is happening in your 12, in your 6-12 axis. So this is going to bring about some major uh, improvement in your work life. You will feel that you are forming a connectivity. There was lack of connectivity with your coworkers. Now you're going to be forming that bonding. That bonding is going to improve. Also, there can be some competitions that you have taken up, or that competitions results that you're waiting for, you will be getting, and they'll be positive as well. You will be able to conquer your opponents, and you're going to be victorious. So this is going to be a good transit for you. In the 12th house, when the eclipse is happening with Rahu and Sun and Venus also there. So maybe there is some positive energy there, that you get foreign clientele, or you maybe come across somebody. Venus is also there, so you may have somebody coming in your life through the foreign land, maybe somebody online, or you start interacting with somebody, something you get, and maybe some good news comes your way. Also quite likely you are having a lot of challenges at the place of your maybe business, or the deals, or the arrangements that you have already made with the foreign clientele. So there can be some hiccups there, or your children are going to go for the further education during this time, because seventh because of the fifth lord going to the eclipse zone. So this is bringing about some affliction to your fourth house also. So there is quite likely that you change your residence as well. There's a lot of affliction on the fourth house, because Mars is also looking and Rahu is also looking there. So you have to be staying calm and make decision calmly. Just have holy basil, sprinkle holy water in your house after the eclipses, after the eclipse is over. Do not step out. Also read Hanuman Chalisa. These are the remedies, and they will just help you sail through this. Anuradha Nakshatra is an Akrant Nakshatra. Do not perform any kind of rituals, and do not pray or do any religious activities during the Anuradha Nakshatra when moon is transiting in your upcoming months. For 3 months at least, it's written off. For Cancer natives, this is happening in your uh, 5-11 axis. So 11th house is like, it brings about some improvement in your life. It brings about betterment in your life. Also some speculation, some gains you are actually waiting for, and you considerably, grow in your speculative and gambling, maybe, or some kind of income which is coming your way. There can be problems with your own people. They can be that you're moving around in your community and they backstab you, or there are people who, just uh, are not giving you right kind of advice. So do not get carried away, that okay, this person is saying so, he's very close to me or she's very close to me, so I must take this advice of hers and move ahead. No, he's my best friend or she's my best friend. It can happen that their intention is not wrong or bad, but they give you an advice which doesn't work or falls apart, or is it just backfires. So you have to be careful about your investments and all also. But definitely, it is going to be giving you some growth only in the gradual process, because this impact of Rahu Ketu eclipsing Sun and Moon remains for the next 3 months. So you will start feeling results of this eclipse 1 month plus minus. It can give you some job change also, in case you're thinking of changing the place where you are, some marriage or alliance or a relationship on cards, something where your overall life improves. These eclipses are going to bring about that flavor and positive energy as well. Also, Ketu is in your fifth house and it is with moon, so this can bring about some issues with the children or problems to the children. They can be that they are not able to make decisions correctly, or they just want to initiate some new courses, or they are not able to decide what they are supposed to take up in the future, what subjects, what university. They are contemplating a lot many things. So eclipses time, I think plus minus few days, you should avoid making decisions regarding that particular zone where you are concentrating on some creative energies, or you're just trying to do something artistically, or at the place of work you're not being accepted. So all those energies can be impacted. But at the same time, Rahu is giving those energies. Rahu and Ketu are one, but at the same time they are two different identities. Their significations are completely different. That's why I'm clubbing Ketu and Moon and Sun and Rahu together, and with Venus also there. Saturn is in your seventh house on that day of the eclipse. It is in retrogression, so it might bring about some unconventionality attached to your partner, or something you're going to be doing at the place of work which is now changing. So I will be doing the retrograde Saturn video again separately, but surely this is going to be bringing about some change in your life as well. Um, Read Hanuman Chalisa for sure, because your 10th lord is Mars, and Mars and Mercury are in your 12th house also. So this can bring about some foreign connectivity even more. All right. For Leo natives, see, for Cancer and Leo natives, especially, the eclipses impact a lot. Negative, positive, whatever you can call it, because, parents do suffer during this time, their health suffers. And also, I have seen for Cancer and Leo people, um, this brings about your some defamation or something which is that you're anticipating some growth that actually doesn't happen. So it is quite uh, it's not demoralizing, demotivating, but at the same time, you feel that you're going off the path. You have a path to go to and go on, and then it's deviating because of this Rahu eclipsing the sun. And this time Rahu and Sun are together in November eclipse. Sun will be with Ketu, so they will switch, and they will change the places at that time. But yes, definitely, in your fourth and 10th axis, this eclipse is happening. So this will bring about some problems um, to the mother, problems at the place of work. They can be that you have a lot of aspirations and expectations from your seniors and your bosses, and they just fall apart. This can bring about some change in your place also, or change of job as well. It can bring about change of your seniors, or maybe your department switch, department changes. or there's some shuffling which is going to take place, plus minus 1 month I take, to 3 months time. The event doesn't take place on the very same day, so do not get impatient that I told you so. So it is going to happen, but it is going to be towards better, because from here sun is going to your 11th house, which is again a positive one. But surely there is some change you can anticipate. Maybe you're changing, shifting out from the place where you live, because it is the fourth house which is getting impacted as well. Also, Rahu is in your 10th house with Sun. So this will definitely bring about some elevation in financials. Mars and Mercury being the dispositioner lord of Ketu, it is definitely going to be bringing about some elevation and fulfillment of desires, but mother's health suffers. So that you have to take care of. Uh, Sprinkle holy water in the house after the eclipse is over. Just consume holy basil. I will mention all the dates and all the timings also, and where all it is visible in the description box to read that. Also, take cleanse yourself, meditate, or just sit in silence when it is the eclipse time, if possible. If you're not doing anything, if you're not too busy, so spend some time so that you can manifest the positive energies in you, because the environment is not that positive. It's Rahu and Ketu, after all, who are consuming the luminaries. So we are losing the strength. Okay, so the best is that you sit in silence and the take the energy that is within you, bring it out, so that you can combat the energies which are surrounding you, the outside energy, the negatives around you. All right, so this is the time you will be able to do that as well. uh, I think rest of the positions are not bad, and it's going to give you good results related to those houses. For Virgo natives, this transit of Rahu and Ketu is happening in your 3-9 axis as it is, but here it is the eclipse time. See, Moon is transiting and touching this Ketu and Rahu every month, but this time it is Sun and Moon. And on the 10th, it would be Sun and Moon together with Rahu, and it's going to be in Rohini. So, first of all, Anuradha Nakshatra is Akrant Nakshatra. So, you cannot perform any kind of rituals and pujas or any kind of religious things, activities on the Anuradha Nakshatra when Moon is transiting through in the month. So, write it off for 2-3 months' time. Also, this is happening in your ninth house zone. So for you, and this is the time of the eclipse also, when this eclipse is happening, actually, it's Virgo rising also. So when it happens in the ninth house, this brings about some higher education, inclination towards travels, inclination towards acquiring knowledge. Also, this will bring you that drive to the spirituality, unconventionality in spirituality, some religious belief system. You're going to be breaking those norms, and you're going to be setting your own opinions, and setting your own set of principles and rules about your system of following the religious path. You're not going to be following the conventional path, maybe your family members are. So this will be bringing about those something different, that you're going to be taking up and following. Okay. Also, Saturn is in your fifth house zone, so this will bring about problems to the progeny, childbirth, if at all you're heading to that, because Rahu is also looking here. And it can bring about some problems or issues with the children or to the student natives. So you have to have that focus, rather than having making decision and impulse and then regretting it. It's better to lie low, give it some time. And Mars is also looking here, so this can be like you can become very impulsive and make decisions. So it's better to lie low and then take a call, contemplate, think about it. What do you want actually? So just don't get carried away. Also, Ketu is in your third house, so this can bring about some um, financial gains also. At the same time, there is a chance of change of your place of uh, where you work. Maybe some people, the co-workers, they quit and they leave the department, or there are some new people coming in, and there is some bonding issue that you can have with those people. But yes, good for financial gains, of course. Things are improving for you after the eclipses or before the eclipses also. Things can happen, plus minus 1 month we do take. All right. Sprinkle holy water in your house, read Hanuman Chalisa, have holy basil, cleanse yourself, meditate, drink lots of water, hydrate yourself. Also, do not step out of the house during the eclipse time. Try avoiding that because the color also changes of the sky. That means there is something different and something not right that is happening. So try doing that. And the toxicity is increasing in the atmosphere. So you should try sticking on to your place. Also, there can be that you start forgetting something during that time. You don't have that kind of memory that during that time you're supposed to do something, and that sudden memory loss happens and you forget to do that particular task that you were supposed to do for maybe a jiffy, maybe half a second, half a minute, or for a few seconds, that you forget something. So that is something that you have to sit in that meditative mode and just contemplate, introspect, bring those energies out that are lying within you to manifest the positivity around you. You have to cleanse your around the surroundings yourself, right? The areas around you yourself, and the aura you have to build yourself. So you will be actually doing that when eclipses times happen. They are going to be manifesting those energies as well. You will be actually becoming that on that track that you manifest those energies. All right. So just do it. I think it's good for you. For Libra natives, this is happening. This eclipse is happening in your eighth and the second house zone. So it will bring about, first of all, in the second house, Ketu and Moon are there. So this will bring about some um, financial depletion. There can be some mental agony or the pain that you have to go through with Moon and Ketu eclipse happening in the eighth house. Not good, actually. But for speculative money, I would say financially you will be doing well. But with the mental tensions and the stress and the health issues that you're having, you're going to be feeling quite vulnerable and weak during this time. As it is, your Lagnesh is also going to the eighth house at that time, so it can bring about some problems in those areas, health issues and the financial crunch, or something to do with your expenditures which are on rise. So you have to manage those areas. You can go harsh in your speech as well. So make sure that you do not hurt anybody during this time because of your own mood swings. Also, there can be some physical ailments that you can go through, or maybe there is some physical ailment you're already going through and that comes into limelight during the eclipse time. So maybe you will be now moving towards the cure because you were not able to diagnose the disease, so you are not going to get a little better. There are some mental fears that you're going to go through during the eclipses time. Especially, what happens, there is a energy which, a cocoon you get entrapped in. So to break that cocoon, you have to be very, very strong from within, so that these things don't impact you. These planets, these movements, they don't impact you negatively. So the stronger you are, the better the eclipses become. The more vulnerable you get, they will actually pin you down even more. So it's all up to you how you handle this. Do sprinkle holy water after the eclipses are over. Do have holy basil. Take bath before, cleanse yourself, cleanse your body and your within before and after the eclipses are over. These eclipses actually bring us, to the the forgotten ones. We have forgotten certain things in life. So these actually take us and they show us that what are we supposed to do, what are we not doing. So these eclipses are really, really very important and reminders of things which we have forgotten from a long, long time. So this is a good transit. I consider it as a positive one, because it is going to manifest those energies that I have forgotten myself. So I take it as positive and I move in a stride. Okay. So coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. For Scorpio and Taurus natives, this actually is the 1-7 axis. So here, Rahu is in your seventh house and Ketu is over your Lagna. So this can bring about some indifferent behavior of your partner. There can be some ego clashes with your partner. There can be too much of expenditures in on things that you have not been, you don't want, but you want to just get carried away to maybe stress busting yourself. So you want to just go in for that shopping spree. That is quite likely in the seventh house. There can be some overly, sexual urge during this time with Rahu in the seventh house. You will feel that there are certain shady activities you want to get involved in. There can be some humiliation that you have to go through. I'm not just scaring you, but the intensity will vary. Maybe somebody feels nothing because they don't have that, the timeline is not such of the dasha pattern is not such, or maybe there are, you're not having that kind of weak sun or moon in your horoscope. Anybody having weak sun and moon in their natal horoscopes, eclipses will definitely entrap them or impact them even more, because Rahu and Ketu eclipse sun and moon. And if you have sun and moon weak, so the eclipses time, you have to be extra careful, while driving, while making decisions. They can be that the decisions that you make backfire, or they can be that you make wrong decisions, or hasty decisions. So you have to be extra cautious about your decision making during this time, especially. And maybe some diseases there that you have been going through, some undiagnosed disease. So this is the time you will get that cleared. You will get to know about this disease that you are going through. This will bring about some positivity, some hope, and getting that cure also, quite likely. In your first house is Ketu and Moon transiting. Now this will give you some um, anxiety, some stress on the especially plus minus 1 or 2 days. I would say that don't make any decisions about your health, about your health checkups, or about your, maybe if you're going through something, uh, and you want to make certain decisions, and you feel that they are being made in an impulse, or if you can't actually, if you can defer them, if you can postpone them, better, all the more better. But if you have to make them, then take somebody's advice and then go ahead. Especially with your partner, you are having some confusion and problems, during this time, some misunderstandings even more. And there can be some loss of reputation also, I have seen. So make sure that you have consume holy basil during the eclipses time, meditate, drink lots of water, do not step out. The environment is the atmosphere is very toxic at that time. And if you go out also, you should take bath. You should, after coming in, take bath. Okay. And cleanse yourself. Sprinkle holy water around your house and read Hanuman Chalisa. That's the most important remedy that I can give you, and that's the most easiest remedy, I would say, that you can do. Okay. And it is very effective, safest and very effective. Okay. Mars is also in your 8th house and Ketu is over your first house, so drive safely, be careful. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. Now, for Sagittarius natives, this transit is happening in your 6th and 12th axis. So, when Rahu is in the 6th house, this is also bringing you more avenues, wealth accumulation. You're meeting people. You are actually, plus minus this, 1 or 2 months or 3 months time, you actually get that kind of publicity also. You're in the limelight. People will know who's this guy or girl. And also there are certain pending jobs, pending court cases, some litigation is on cards, which is pending, which you will get the result. Some benefit is going to be there. You will feel when there is eclipse in your sixth house zone. So, good time for purchasing property also. If at all you have to, then you can do that. And there can be some, um, pending jobs that you're going to, or some, loans or something you have taken from or given to your maternal aunts or uncles, that is going to be cleared as well. Also in the 12th house, Ketu and Moon are going to be there. So this can bring about some problems and, some issues with the foreign clients or foreigners, or some expenditures that, can be on rise. Travels, of course, I can't talk much about travels because there are restrictions now. So maybe, it is a discomfort that you feel during the travels. Also, there is some kind of defamation. Take care of your reputation. Do not get carried away. It is the house of secrets also. So maybe, in some relationship, which is not the legitimate one, something happens and it's in the limelight. So make sure that you do not get carried away there. Okay. Coming to the, all right, I have to, 1 second. I have to give you the remedy. You have to do, first of all, Hanuman Chalisa. You have to read Hanuman Chalisa. You can download it or you can read it online. You get it everywhere. Consume holy basil, drink lots of water, and cleanse yourself. If you're going out, when you come in back to your house, take bath, take a shower, because you have to cleanse yourself outside, inside as well, inside out as well. Okay, so just manifest those positive energies, deep breathe, and you will feel better and you will feel stronger, because this is the time when the energies are very positive for the ones who are positive. Remember, you will manifest those energies, what you actually are, what you possess. If you possess negative energies within, definitely negatives will enhance 10,000 times. So it's better that you work on yourself and think positive. Don't think about jealousy, don't think about backstabbing others, don't think about negativity, about, don't talk and think negative in the house, in the family. Be calm, speak the good things, so that you attract those energies, because right now, eclipses time, you will attract those energies that you are, and they will stay. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. So for Capricorn natives, this transit of Rahu and Ketu along with the moon and sun, that is the eclipse, is happening in your 5-11 axis. So Ketu in the 11th house is, 1 second, I have to just, okay. Okay, now Ketu and moon in your 11th house can bring about some see, this is a good time for business growth, I would say. Very good time for investments, for enhancing your funds. Everything is good, but it is not a good time for the chemistry and the bonding with your friends, with your people around you. This eclipses are the start of something which is going to end. So you have to make sure that there is good bonding with your own people. Do not get carried away. Do not get overly excited about your relationship, because then it will backfire. Also, 1 second, what happened? Something happened. Okay, 1 second. Oh, it just went off. Okay. So what exactly is happening here? You have to be very careful about your investments in case you're having some kind of disturbance, in the mental disturbance that you're going through, that can cause some area of worry as well. So, that mental anxiety, that can happen. But at the same time, with the fifth house Rahu and, oh, why is it? Sorry about this. Something just went. Are you guys with me? Nothing is working. What happened? Hello. Can anybody tell me, can you hear me? Hello. Okay. I thought that you lost me, so I just wanted to clarify. Okay, so I continue with the share screen, and I will tell you about the. Okay. So for Capricorn, again, I'm starting this because there was some glitch. I could not hear myself. Okay, thank you. So for Capricorn natives, this is happening in your 5 and 11 axis. So you have to be taking care of your connectivity with your friends, some advice that can fail you. So you have to be extra cautious about that. Also, there can be some problems related to your investments. So do not get carried away in your investments, because fifth house can bring about some troubles with your investments, your children. There can be some problems or a communication gap. So you have to be actually taking care of all those energies. Also, in your fifth house, I have seen, there is a boom that comes in suddenly with Rahu in the fifth house. It is like confused kind of a planet, as we all know. So it can bring about some energies where you make wrong decisions, or you get carried away, or at times you make a lot of money during this time as well. So it is positive for the business growth, love life, in case you have to go ahead with some alliance or some relationship. So this can bring about that as well. Okay, so it's going to be giving you that positive energy as well. All right. Okay, you all can see the screen, right? I've shared the screen so you can see it, and I hope there is no glitch. Okay. So if it's okay, then I proceed. Otherwise, I will stop here. Okay. So coming to the next, so for you, I would just request you to do the remedies. You just sprinkle holy water in your at your place, and also around in and around your family. You should just spend more time at home, and you should be having some kind of connectivity with your family members. Also, you should be having some kind of arrangement where if you have to go in for some purchasing of land, property, or any kind of business that you have to start, so that also you can do. Okay. All right. So read Hanuman Chalisa as well. Coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. For Aquarius natives, this is going to be giving you some kind of change at the place of work, because this is happening in your 410 axis. So it brings about some unsettled energies, some change in your life, which is going to be bringing about something better, some new growth prospects are on cards. It's not that it's going to be giving you only negative results. In the fourth house, when Rahu is there, so it is definitely going to be bringing about some good land or property that you're looking at, some kind of you know uh, issues with your family members also, because the eclipse, of course, it blemishes you, it conceals you, it just gives you that shadow. So that you have to actually work out on, because it can lead to some complications in your relationships, but one thing leads to another. There can be that you are not able to balance there, and then you go through a lot of turmoil and problems at the place of work. But at the same time, it can also bring about some energies which are going to be positive at the place of work. So something positive coming your way. Don't worry, things are going to improve gradually. Also, At the same time, you will have some kind of, you know, at the place of work, some seniors are going to change, or some, somebody who is going to take over the place of the previous boss. So it can be little settling kind of an energy, difficult kind of an energy for you, where you cannot have that kind of connectivity with your seniors and your bosses, and then you lose your cool often, and you feel very anxious also. And that can lead to some verbal communication, which is going to go overboard, in harsh speech. That can happen, and it can be very hurting also. So I think you should just lie low, and in case there is some change coming your way, you should take it up, and it is going to be a positive one as well. For student natives also, this eclipse is going to be bringing about some changes in their life, some impulse making, a decision making. So you have to keep your head in your, center, so that you don't get carried away and make wrong decisions. But it is definitely going to be very good time for initiation of some higher learning, higher education. Sprinkle holy water in your house after the eclipse is over. Also drink lots of water. In case you are traveling or you're coming back home, cleanse yourself, take a shower, and meditate during this time. It is definitely going to help. And read Hanuman Chalisa, as I always say. Have a good read of that, so that you feel energetic, and that those energies, are positive around you. Definitely a good transit for you. There's some change coming your way for sure. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. So for Pisces natives, this transit of Rahu and Ketu along with Sun and Moon is happening, with the eclipses happening in your 3 and 9 axis. Now there is a difference between the 3 and 9 axis for Virgo and for Pisces, because Rahu has gone to the third house. Now there can be some communication gap, or there can be that you have some setback in your reputation. You, because of your speech, you lose your mind, and then you know are suffering because of that yourself. So you don't have to get carried away in making decisions which are impulsive, and communication gap is there, some misunderstanding comes up. So you have to maintain that cool and that calmness within you, because you are going to be having some verbal spats, often. Also in the ninth house, Ketu is there, so you will be very spiritual this time. You will definitely be feeling that you want to connect with the other realms of life during this whole transit of this eclipse time. Plus minus, I take minimum 3 months time. You will be having some kind of communication gap with people, so you have to maintain some kind of gravity when you convey things to others. Also there can be that, with your father, there is some problem, health issues to the father also, as it is with the eclipse time. I've seen that parents health suffers. So make sure that you take care of them and take care of your communication. There can be some kind of communication gap with people. So just don't get carried away in your impulse. Just have a shower, nice shower before and after the eclipse. Have holy basil, consume holy basil, sprinkle holy water in your house after the eclipse is over, to cleanse the house, cleanse yourself, cleanse the house, cleanse everything. Because this is all toxic, in the environment. The atmosphere becomes toxic during the eclipses time. It is very unusual, though it is repeatedly happening, from ages, from time immemorial. But still we have to be very careful that we clear our clutter, around us, within us during this time. Manifest good things, and good things will come your way. All right. So this is what I wanted to share about the eclipses. I hope there was some glitch in between, I know, but I hope now it's clear, and have you're able to understand what my predictions were. So thank you so much for watching, and thanks to the ones who are here. And somebody has asked something. Let me see. Thank you, Vanita. If we have sun in 9 degrees and moon in 13 degrees of Scorpio, what should I expect from this eclipse? See, the eclipse is happening at around 11 degrees. So you must understand that it is definitely, Farina is asking this. So you must understand that there is something which is going to be happening for the Scorpio. If it is your, I don't know, your Lagna, you have not mentioned, but wherever your Scorpio sign is, forget the Lagna, it's okay. If it is happening at the same degrees, the intensity will be felt even more. You will feel that you are getting more, internalizing. You're feeling that now is the time that I should do things for myself. I should check on myself, what exactly I am going through. So this will actually help you. This eclipse is going to be giving you that positive energy here. You're going to be more spiritually inclined because Ketu and Moon are there. There can be some stress related to that particular zone where Scorpio is. But at the same time, you will be feeling that this is the time when you are understanding and connecting with your own self. Enjoy this transit. Okay. Taurus and Scorpio, this is a good transit, I would say. All right. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and have a great, great time ahead.